Previous part ended as Mudok stood over the defeated Justin. He noticed the first light of dawn breaking across the sky. Raising his hand to shield his eyes from the sun, a faint smile touched his face. It was as if the sunrise brought him a quiet sense of relief. With a calm voice, he muttered, "I've wasted too much time. Let's kick off today's recap. But before we dive in, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel." Mudok locked Justin and his men in prison. The boy was still traumatized by the fact that he couldn't use his mana since he had taken care of Justin. Mudok planned to have a date with Ishilda. Unfortunately, our boy's mood got ruined by what he saw. He saw Ishilda holding someone's hand outside. She was holding Jerome's hand. The girl smiled as she spoke to the mage. Mudok could not comprehend what was happening. 15 minutes earlier, we see Mudok asking his men to look around. He said that something would be around there. He asked them to find it. He announced that the person who finds it will get a big reward. Jerome asked his master if he lost his pendant when he was ambushed by an assassin. Mudok told him that he is correct. Jerome revealed to him that he looked into the assassins. He said that they are actually quite skilled. He asked Mudok about how he was able to come out unharmed after he was attacked by them. Our boy could not believe that Jerome called the weak losers skilled. He said that the assassins only knew how to move silently. They were just a bunch of weaklings to Mudok. Our boy said that he wouldn't have even noticed them if he was in good shape. Jerome told him that he is amazing. While he was talking, someone walked up to them. The person told Mudok that he lost the pendant because of her. Jerome used his hood to cover his head when he heard the person's voice. Our boy turned around when he heard her voice. The person turned out to be Ishilda. The princess had a maid with her. Jerome seemed to be quite nervous to see the princess. With tears in her eyes, Ishilda told Mudok that he could have found the pendant if he searched for it when he lost it. Mudok told the princess that this is not true. He pointed to Jerome and told him that they should blame Justin for this. Ishilda was surprised to see Jerome. She moved close to him and grabbed his hand. She asked him if he is Count Jerome Karyuin. Ishilda did not know why the count was there. She told him that she heard he was missing. Jerome simply smiled nervously when he heard this. Mudok was annoyed to see Ishilda holding Jerome's hand. The mage quickly let go of Ishilda. He told her that this kind of enthusiastic welcome is a bit troubling for him. The moment he said this, Mudok placed his hand on his shoulder. The mage became scared. With a creepy smile on his face, our boy told Jerome that he seems pretty close to the princess. Jerome told him that this is not true. Mudok said that they look quite close. Ishilda's maid told her that she needs to clear up this misunderstanding. Ishilda did not really know why anyone would misunderstand her. While Mudok was choking the count, Ishilda revealed to him that Jerome was the person she respected most. She said that the count is an amazing person. According to the princess, Jerome is a true noble who cares for the people. She said that she felt bad that he got exiled to a barren place. She was quite sad when she found out that he went missing. Mudok asked him about why he never spoke about this. Jerome told him that no one goes around bragging about their own good deeds. Mudok asked the princess about why she spoke about Jerome in the past tense. The princess said that things are different now that she knows him. She blushed when she said this. Our boy also blushed. Before he could say anything, Ishilda turned around and ran. She said that she will help him look for the pendant on this side. Her maid quickly ran after her. After separating herself from Mudok, Ishilda stopped to catch her breath. While breathing heavily, Ishilda looked down. She saw the pendant buried in the snow. She quickly bent down to pick it up. Her maid caught up to her when she went down. Ishilda called out to the maid whose name is Renika. She said that this is the pendant that Mudok is looking for. The maid did not expect her to find it. She said that she will tell Mudok immediately. While looking at the pendant, the princess remembered the look on our boy's face when he mentioned Wayan. She was certain that this pendant had something to do with Wayan. Renika called out to the princess. She told her that she has the same expression as Mudok. Ishilda was quite angry when she remembered how Mudok reacted. She asked her maid if she really looked like him. The woman nodded her head at her. She told Ishilda that there is no need for her to rush. She assured her that Mudok is thinking about her the same way she is thinking about him. Ishilda stared at the pendant when she heard this. At first, she was jealous, but now she is curious about the situation. She wondered about the woman who could win the heart of someone like Mudok. Ishilda gave our boy back his pendant. She was quite curious about who Wayan is. The scene shifts, and we see someone break a glass containing the Lotus of Love. The person turned out to be Wayan's father. Chunha asked his daughter to move the trash away. He could not believe that she was telling him about a lotus that blooms for true love. He told Wayan that she is spouting nonsense. He reminded her that she already has a fiancé. He advised her to stop getting distracted by such stupid things. He asked Wayan to get ready for the marriage he arranged. Wayan stood up and told her father that he needs to open his eyes. She said that lovers who make the twin lotus flower bloom are blessed by everyone as soulmates. The girl was sad that her father only spoke about a political marriage even after witnessing such a miracle. She told her father that the martial alliance must matter to him more than his daughter. Chunha was hurt by her words. He clenched his fist out of anger. Wayan reminded him that he abandoned her mother for the martial alliance. Before she could say anything, Chunha ordered his guards to lock her up. He ordered them not to allow her to go to the ice palace until the wedding is over. He asked them to keep her under strict surveillance. With tears in her eyes, Wayan called out to her father. She begged him to not do this. The girl told herself that she should have never returned there. In the next scene, we see Ishilda open her eyes. She wondered why she had such a weird dream. The scene shifts, and we see Ishilda and her maid looking at a hot spring. Ishilda was still thinking about the woman she saw in her dreams. She wondered about who she was. While she was thinking, Mudok walked up to her. He asked her if something is wrong. The girl turned around and told him that she is fine. With a sad look on her face, she told Mudok that there is nothing to worry about. Our boy noticed that she was sad. He turned around and asked the princess to join him on a trip to clear her mind. Ishilda did not expect to hear about a trip. When they went outside, they saw a screaming wyvern slowly coming close to them. Renika went down and put her hands on her head. She was quite terrified. Ishilda was actually fascinated. She did not expect to see ice wyverns. She was quite excited. She said that she has never seen ice wyverns that were tamed. Mudok explained to her that the wyverns have been trained since they were little. He assured her that the wyverns are very friendly. He asked her not to fear them. The moment he said this, he saw some people walking towards them. It was Jerome and Jake. Jerome was carrying a suitcase. He told his master that departure preparations are complete. Mudok asked him if he also prepared something. Jerome said that he did. Immediately after he said this, something jumped out and landed on the ground. Renika screamed when she saw the thing. Jerome apologized to her for scaring her. He introduced her to a smaller version of Kondal. He told her that he is a Yeti. Ishilda was shocked to hear that she was looking at a Yeti. She recalled that the Yetis are a legendary tribe said to live in the snowy fields. The princess quickly picked the Yeti up. She said that she never imagined Yetis to be a small and cute race. With a nervous look on his face, Jerome told the princess that he is glad she likes him. Our boy gave him a thumbs up. Before seeing Ishilda, Mudok told Jerome that the princess will be startled if she sees Kondal. He asked the mage to shrink him with magic. Jerome told his master that magic isn't almighty. He said that he will still do it. Ishilda placed Kondal on her head and pressed his fluffy fur. She smiled brightly as she touched the Yeti. Mudok was happy to see her smiling. He told the princess that they need to go now. He called out to a wyvern called Lilith. The wyvern bowed her head to him. Mudok got on her and stretched his hand out to Ishilda. He asked her to take his hand. Ishilda blushed when she heard this. She raised her hand and grabbed Mudok's hand. Our boy helped her sit on the wyvern. After the princess sat down comfortably, Mudok tapped Lilith's rope. The wyvern began to flap its wings when this happened. Everyone and their wyverns went into the air. Jerome and Jake flew behind our boy and Ishilda. The princess was quite scared to be in the sky. She closed her eyes and held on to the saddle. This was her first time coming up in the sky. She told herself that she will be okay since she is with Mudok. With a smile on his face, our boy asked the princess if she would like to look ahead. Ishilda carefully opened her eyes. She was shocked to see what was in front of her. It was a beautiful sunset. Ishilda could not believe her eyes. Mudok asked her if she is feeling a bit better now. Ishilda did not expect to hear this. She smiled when she realized that our boy has been worried about her all along. She told Mudok that she feels better thanks to him. Our boy smiled when he heard this. He asked the princess to hold on tight. Ishilda did not know why he said this. Mudok made his wyvern speed up and pierce through the clouds. The scene shifts, and we see the group arrive at their destination. Luya welcomed them. She told Mudok that he should have at least sent word to her in advance. Our boy reminded her that they are far away from each other. He asked her how they were going to contact her. He told the girl that she can report the trade matters to Jerome. Mudok told the mage that he is counting on him. Jerome was shocked to hear this. He told his master that he is basically doing everything. He asked Mudok what he will do. Our boy said that he will be dining with Ishilda at a nearby restaurant. He asked the mage to finish everything before he returns. Luya told him that she understands. Jerome asked our boy if he doesn't get to have a say in this case. In the next scene, we see Ishilda looking at the beautiful town from a balcony in the restaurant. Mudok told her that he prepared the place for her. He asked her if she likes it. Ishilda replied that she loves it. While looking around, Ishilda realized that she has seen the flower inside Mudok's pendant before. She quickly recalled that this was the lotus she saw in her dreams. While she was lost in thought, Mudok called out to her. He asked her if she is all right. The princess apologized to him. She said that she was just thinking about the strange dream she had last night. Mudok asked her about what happened in the dream. Ishilda revealed to him that there were people wearing strange clothes and living in houses that she has never seen before. In her dream, she was a woman in her early 20s, a woman with pale skin, brown hair, and black eyes. Ishilda said that she always had a sad expression on her face because her father wanted to force her into a political marriage, even though she already had someone that she loved. The princess laughed, and said that it was such a strange dream. Mudok grabbed his pendant and laughed with her. Ishilda revealed to him that she desperately called out to someone in her dream. She called out to someone known as Gaga. Our boy was shocked to hear this. There was only one person that called him Gaga in his entire life. This person is Wayan. Ishilda noticed the look on Mudok's face. She asked him if he is all right. Our boy tightened his grip on his pendant. He said that he was simply lost in thought. He let go of the pendant and asked the princess to eat before the food gets cold. Ishilda told our boy that she wants to make a request. She explained to him that she feels like there is a distance between them every time he calls her princess. With a smile on her face, the girl asked him to call her Ishilda if it is okay with him. While looking at her, Mudok remembered Wayan. He smiled when he remembered his lover. He told Ishilda that he can do this. Later in the evening, we see Mudok and Ishilda finish their food. While our boy was cleaning his mouth, Jerome called out to him. He asked him if he enjoyed his meal. He revealed to him that he has finished the work with the 10s10 firm. Ishilda was surprised to hear the name of the firm. She asked Jerome if there is a place in the Drake Kingdom called 10s10. Mudok realized that he messed up. He revealed to her that 10s10 is not in the Drake Kingdom. It is actually in the Gaia Kingdom. Ishilda was shocked to hear this. The Gaia Kingdom is a powerful nation in the northwest of the continent. It is ruled by queens. It is also known as the country for women. The Knight Order of the kingdom is composed entirely of women. They are known to rival the Wyvern Knights of the Zeba Empire in strength. Ishilda knew that she was far from the White Castle, but she did not think that she would be in the Gaia Kingdom. She hoped that her arrival wouldn't cause any diplomatic issues. While she was thinking, Jerome cleared his throat to remind her that he is still there. Ishilda apologized to him. She asked him to continue. The mage told her that it is fine. He revealed to his master that the ice ogre leather they are currently supplying the kingdom is quite popular. He said that Luya made a suggestion today. She asked if the Kurilim firm could build a factory here to make and sell leather goods directly. Mudok asked him if there is a need to sell products too if the leather is already selling. Jerome explained to him that the queen and most titled nobles in this kingdom are women. If they are able to make clothes and bags that the royals and nobles like, it will become a trend. This will allow them to earn a lot more money than before. Jerome revealed to Mudok that Luya knows a famous craftsman from Kurilim. The girl said that they can start immediately if they get Mudok's approval. Our boy was happy to hear this. He realized that he made the right decision by making Luya in charge of the firm. He told Jerome that he will provide all the leather they need. He asked him to start production. The man bowed his head and accepted the order. He revealed to Mudok that their leather is so popular that it sells out the same day it arrives. The moment he said this, he and Mudok heard a loud sound. Jerome raised his head and our boy turned around. They saw a building burning far away from them. Jerome was shocked to see the building burning. He revealed to our boy that their firm is in that area. He said that the fire can ride the wind and spread to their building. Our boy said that he will check it out. He asked Jerome to stay with Ishilda. Jerome asked his master if he is going alone. He told him that it is too dangerous. Ishilda told our boy that she will follow him. Mudok told her that it will only take a moment. He assured her that he will be back soon. Immediately after he said this, he jumped down from the balcony. After Mudok left, Ishilda told Jerome that they need to go. The mage was surprised to hear this. Ishilda said that they can't just sit around like this. She said that they need to follow Mudok. Jerome could not believe what he was hearing. Outside the burning building, we see a woman crying about her shop. She could not believe that the shop she devoted her life to was on fire. Other vendors were also crying. When our boy arrived there, he was surprised to see the scale of the fire. It was much bigger than he thought. While he was looking at the building, someone called out to him. When Mudok turned around, he saw Ishilda and Jerome. The girl apologized to him for following him. She said that she couldn't just sit around and wait. She said that she was very worried. Mudok couldn't scold her for this because he would also make the same choice if the roles were reversed. While he was looking at the princess, he heard someone call for help. He quickly turned to the burning building. Ishilda did not know why Mudok was looking at the building. She called out to him. Mudok jumped before she could say anything. He found a window at the top floor. He broke into the building through the window. The moment he landed inside, he used his ice-white divine palm to freeze the ground and reduce the heat. The ice clashed with fire and released a large amount of cold air. Mudok used his hand to cover his head. When he looked down, he saw something shocking. He saw a woman lying on the ground. He quickly checked her pulse to see if she was still alive. Fortunately, she was still breathing. Mudok picked her up and placed her on his shoulder. He believed that the woman was exceptionally lucky to survive in a massive fire like this. Before he could leave the building, the wood holding the ceiling collapsed. Before the wood could touch our boy, he released his energy and froze everything around him. He didn't just freeze the top floor, he froze the entire building with his chi. Jerome was shocked to see the precise control and scale of his master's power. He was certain that this level of magic was at the 9th circle. While he was looking at the top floor, someone walked out of the building. Ishilda was quite happy to see the person. The person turned out to be Mudok. Our boy froze the ground with each step he took. The scene shifts, and we see a man and a woman having a meeting near a fireplace. The man poured the woman some liquor. He referred to her as princess, and told her that there were signs of rebellion. The princess wasn't pleased to hear this. She asked the man to tell her who dared to try it. The moment she said this, the princess began to feel dizzy. She saw the man reaching out to her. He was smiling. The next person the princess saw was Mudok. The princess opened her eyes when she saw our boy. She found herself in a different room. She raised her head to look around, wondering where she was. When she looked at the door, she noticed it was open. The princess decided to step out of the room. When she opened the door, she found herself in a dining room with Mudok and the rest of the group. Luya stood up and asked the princess if she was feeling better now. The princess crossed her arms and looked around. She asked Luya to tell her where she was. The woman told her that she was with the Karellum merchant group. The princess recalled that this was the merchant group that had recently become famous thanks to the leather trade. She could not believe that no one in the group could recognize her. She asked Luya if there was no one from the Gaia kingdom in their group. The woman revealed that they were from Karellum village, a place in the northern part of the Drake kingdom. She said this was why they were known as Karellum merchants. The princess asked Luya to tell her who saved her. Luya pointed to her master and introduced him as the Lord of Karellum. She told her that Mudok was the one who saved her. The princess's eyes shined brightly when she saw her boy. She moved close to Mudok and told him she had to thank him for saving her, with a confident look on her face. The princess introduced herself as Siler McMahon. Ishilda and Jerome were shocked to hear her name. Even Luya could not believe what she was hearing. Jake asked Luya to tell him who Siler was. The woman was annoyed to hear this. She clenched her fist and called the man an idiot. She revealed that Princess Siler was the second princess of the Gaia kingdom. At the age of 25, she had reached the realm of Sword Master. She was the captain of the Royal Knights, and the most famous person in the kingdom. Luya pushed Jake's head down and bowed her head. She apologized to the princess for their rudeness. Siler told her that it was fine. She said she would forgive her because they were not from the Gaia kingdom. Ishilda began to tremble. She couldn't believe that she had run into a princess of another nation. She knew she might cause an international issue if Siler found out who she really was. Mudok noticed that Ishilda was shaking. Siler told our boy that she would personally reward him for saving her life. She asked him to follow her to the castle when they were done eating. Mudok declined her offer. He told her he had to return to his country. Siler was shocked to hear this. Luya became scared when she heard her master's response. She knew it was extremely rude to reject a reward from the royal family in this kingdom. She decided to change the topic. She moved close to the princess and asked her how she ended up in the burning building. Siler realized she had been left there by Baron Dayton. She couldn't believe the Baron betrayed her and tried to assassinate her even after she took great care of him. Siler told Luya that it was nothing serious. She said that a pathetic man with no confidence tried to assassinate her with poison. Luya was shocked to hear that. The princess revealed that the assassins had set the building on fire to ensure no evidence was left behind. She turned to Mudok and told him she must repay him for saving her life. She asked him to tell her what he wanted. Before Mudok could say anything, Siler's stomach growled loudly. The princess was quite embarrassed. Our boy told her that what she wanted was the food in front of her. Siler was annoyed to hear this. She called him an insolent bastard and asked if he was mocking her. Our boy explained that she must be hungry since she hadn't eaten since yesterday. He asked her to sit down and eat. The princess ate the steak in front of her in anger. She was annoyed that our boy had rejected her offer. She told herself she would have sent him to prison if he wasn't her benefactor. While eating, she saw a sword in the room. She asked who owned the sword. Mudok revealed that he was the owner. Siler wondered if our boy was a noble who used to be a knight. As the captain of the Royal Knights, she was curious about Mudok's swordsmanship skills. She referred to our boy as Baron and asked him to spar with her after the meal. Everyone was shocked to hear this. Mudok declined her request. He told her that he does not spar with those weaker than him. Siler McMahon was annoyed to hear this. She couldn't believe that Mudok was saying such things to her face. She released her energy and gripped her cutlery tightly. She wondered why Mudok was acting like he didn't know she was a sword master. In the past, there were times when male knights from other countries refused to duel her just because she was a woman. Getting those knights to accept her duel was simple. She laughed and asked Mudok if he was afraid of losing. Everyone was shocked to hear this. They couldn't believe that she was provoking our boy. Mudok stood up and grabbed his sword. He asked the princess to come outside with a look of anger on his face. He told her that he wanted to show her a technique. The scene shifts and we see the group outside. Siler and Mudok were standing in a grass field. Siler told our boy that they would be following knight's rules, no mana usage, and the first to subdue the other would win. Mudok accepted her condition. Jerome reminded his master that Siler was a princess of the Gaia kingdom, and warned that even a scratch could create diplomatic issues. Our boy told him he understood and asked him to stop talking. Siler asked Mudok if he was ready. The woman believed she had met plenty of men like him before. She told herself that every single one of them ended up kneeling before her. She smiled like a lunatic, imagining our boy kneeling. She turned her blade and made the sun reflect off it, directing the glare into Mudok's eyes. Our boy seemed annoyed by the cheap trick. Siler charged at him, believing she had found an opening. Mudok easily blocked her attack by raising his sword. Siler didn't expect him to block her surprise strike. She realized he was skilled. She dashed around and attacked from behind, thrusting her rapier at an insane speed. Mudok dodged it by moving his head, and even smiled. Siler wasn't done. She increased the speed and power of her strikes. She rained down attacks on him. Mudok blocked them but was slowly being pushed back. Siler didn't relent. She aimed each swing at his head. Yet Mudok seemed unfazed, blocking each strike with minimal movement and no real effort. Siler noticed this and couldn't believe it. She had to admit, Mudok was skilled. She closed in and swung her sword with immense force, shattering the ground beneath them. Our boy leapt back to dodge. Siler followed and kicked at him midair. Mudok blocked the kick with his sword, but it still sent him flying. He jammed his sword into the ground to stop himself, then glared at Siler. He realized that Siler was like a wild master of the piercing spear style at the harmonization stage. She used an endless barrage of thrusts. Mudok knew he couldn't keep blocking forever. If this continued, they'd destroy the entire area. He decided to end it in one strike. The two charged at each other. Siler swung. Mudok blocked. She tried to kick him again, but he blocked her leg. Moving to her side, he delivered a heavy blow to her stomach. The punch broke her balance. Mudok then grabbed her by the neck and slammed her into the ground. Siler quickly tried to get up, but our boy pointed his sword at her neck. He asked her to admit defeat. Siler refused. She asked him to fight again. Jerome clapped, saying both showed impressive swordsmanship and suggested returning inside to finish their meal. With a serious face, Siler told Mudok that if he didn't accept her rematch, she would officially challenge the Drake Kingdom. Everyone was stunned. This was their worst fear. Mudok stepped away and told her that admitting defeat was also a warrior's virtue. He said her behavior was childish, especially since she was a princess. Siler stood up and demanded he repeat what he said. Gritting her teeth, she cloaked her hand with energy and charged at him in anger. She demanded to know what he thought he knew about her to speak like that. Before she could reach him, Mudok pointed his sword at her face. She froze. Her knees buckled, and she collapsed. She realized she had lost. She hadn't even seen his sword move. Mudok asked if this was how they treated their saviors in this kingdom. He questioned if her tiny brain couldn't realize he had held back because she was royalty. He told her to think carefully about who was wrong in this situation. Siler couldn't understand why she couldn't win. She remembered showing her mother a medal she'd earned for winning first place in the swordsmanship tournament when she was young. Her mother had told her she was amazing, and that one day she would be strong enough to protect her and her sister. The queen had asked her to become the Sword of Gaia. Siler had lived her whole life by those words. She trained endlessly to be someone who could protect the kingdom, someone no one could ignore. She wondered who Mudok really was. While our boy was watching her, Ishilda walked up and called out to him. Mudok advised Siler to choose her opponents wisely next time. Then he turned to Ishilda and wrapped an arm around her waist, smiling. He told her they were returning to Karel tomorrow and needed to finish their sightseeing. Ishilda nervously walked off with Mudok. Our boy tapped Jerome on the shoulder and asked him to tell Jake to buy a few swords for him. Jerome said the swords would be ready before he returned. After Mudok left, the princess called over Jerome and Luya. Both became nervous. She moved close and asked if Ishilda was Mudok's wife. Jerome replied no, she was a noblewoman from a respected family. Siler seemed relieved that they weren't married yet. She turned to Luya and asked her to fetch a carriage. She said she was returning to the palace. Luya obeyed. Ever since she became a sword master, this was the first time she'd met someone stronger than her. Siler wondered if her life would have been different if someone like Mudok had been by her side. After returning to the palace, Siler sent her closest aides out to find Baron Dayton. He was found dead in his basement. There was a letter in the Baron's hand. The Baron wrote that his family had been taken hostage. The letter was already torn, so this was the only thing Siler could find out. The torn part probably had the name of the mastermind on it. The killer tore the letter after taking out the Baron. Siler continued searching for the person who attempted to kill her. She couldn't find any clear evidence or information. There was only one person that Siler strongly suspected. At the castle, we see a maid announce to someone that Siler has arrived. The person asked the maid to let Siler in. Siler stepped into a greenhouse. She saw a young woman drinking tea inside the greenhouse. This person is the first in line to the Gaia Kingdom throne and the person Siler suspects the most. Her name is Lewin McMahon. Siler sat with her sister in the greenhouse. Lewin seemed shocked to find out that Baron Dayton tried to kill her sister. Siler revealed to her that the Baron drugged her and set the building on fire. She said that she would have died if someone hadn't saved her. Lewin stood up and asked if someone was at the door. She asked someone to bring the Baron to her. Siler asked her sister not to bother herself. She revealed that the Baron was already dead by the time she found him. She told her that the person who tried to kill her must have silenced the Baron. Lewin hugged Siler and referred to her as her beloved sister. Siler was surprised to see this. Lewin told her that she thought she would be fine because she is a sword master. She said that she was too careless. With a horrifying look on her face, Lewin told Siler that she is extremely happy to see that she is safe. Siler could tell that her sister was faking it. She could not believe that her own sister was this upset that she didn't die. Even though all the clues pointed to Lewin, Siler told herself that it wasn't true since there was no solid evidence. She wanted them to go back to the way they were before. The princess wondered about what Mudok would have done at a time like this. The moment she thought of this, she grabbed her sister's shoulders. With a smile on her face, she asked Lewin if she is going to be part of the royal delegation for King Drake's birthday. Lewin said that she is. Siler asked her sister if she could go in her place. Lewin found this odd. She knew that her sister never attends events like this. She quickly got an idea. She asked her sister if the man that saved her is from the Drake Kingdom. Siler blushed when she heard this. Lewin asked her sister if she wanted to see him again. Siler stood up and told her sister that it is nothing like that. Lewin smiled when she saw how her sister reacted. 3 days had passed since Mudok returned from Ten's 10. After Justin's attack, assets like the wyverns and the glacial flower were deemed at risk of being discovered by the enemy. Due to this, official exchanges and public activities were moved to the previous castle they used before they found the White Castle. While looking at his clothes, Mudok realized that today is the day that he and Ishilda are leaving. While thinking, Mudok remembered Jerome telling him that they needed to strengthen their forces in case Siler attacked them. Our boy stepped out of his office. He was relieved to see that everything was quiet today. The moment he closed his door, we see Jerome appear out of nowhere. Kondo was on his head. The mage moved close to his master and told him that Siler would be attacking them soon. He said they must execute their military reinforcement strategy immediately. The moment he said this, someone else spoke, saying she was also a little worried. The person turned out to be Ishilda. The princess told Mudok that Siler is a princess of the Gaia kingdom, and that she was worried the situation could escalate into a diplomatic issue. Mudok understood everyone's concern, but he was not really worried. In the Central Plains, especially during his time with the Murim Alliance, our boy had often seen the proud gaze of a true martial artist. He knew that someone like Siler wouldn't carelessly reveal this matter to anyone else. Mudok asked them not to worry too much. He explained that he was the one who was right and assured them that Siler understood his intentions. He put his hand into his clothes and took out a box. He asked Ishilda to contact him if anything happened to her. He opened the box and showed her what was inside. The princess was shocked. Mudok revealed to her that she was looking at a communication stone made from a mana stone. He explained that it allowed a person to communicate over long distances without a mage. He told her it could even work from the capital of the kingdom. Ishilda was surprised to hear this. Mudok asked her to contact him anytime. At the entrance of the White Castle, we see Ishilda and Mudok talking. The maid standing next to the carriage told the princess that it was time to depart. Mudok moved close to the princess and gently whispered that communication stones were not yet known in the world. He advised her to only use it when alone, to avoid exposure. He told her that Jake would follow them from the sky to watch over them. Ishilda smiled when she heard this. She could feel what Mudok felt for her through his actions and words. She moved close to her carriage and turned around with a smile on her face. Ishilda thanked Mudok. Our boy watched the carriage as it rode off. He realized that his current status was too low. There was a vast difference between him and the princess. It was like heaven and earth. To become a man worthy of her, Mudok needed to raise his status. Our boy said that it was time for him to visit a certain place. Jerome followed his lord to the location he wanted to visit. He was shocked to see what was inside. He saw different unconscious bodies on the ground. He asked his master what had happened. He asked him to explain who these people were. Mudok revealed that they were the ones who had tried to kill him. Jerome asked if they were the assassins that Justin brought. Our boy said that he was correct. Mudok and Jerome walked past the assassins lying on the ground. The mage asked if Justin knew about them. Our boy replied that Justin probably thought they were dead. Mudok seemed dissatisfied as he looked at the assassins. He had locked them up without food to test how long they would last. He could not believe they were already in this state after only 10 days. Compared to the assassins in the Central Plains, these people lacked skill and survival abilities. While thinking, our boy noticed something. He saw 2 assassins who he considered decent. He ordered Jerome to bring food for them with Shuert. The mage accepted his order. Mudok let out a sigh when he realized that it was going to take a while to make these guys useful. In the next scene, we see the assassins shoving food down their throats. Shuert advised them to slow down. Jerome decided to question his lord. He asked him why he kept these people alive. Our boy revealed that he planned on raising them as his own assassination squad. The mage was surprised to hear this. He asked his master why he would need an assassination squad. The moment he said this, Jerome became worried. He wondered if his master planned to send assassins to the Gaia kingdom before they attacked, or if he wanted both an ice wyvern unit and an assassination squad to start a rebellion. The mage did not know what his master was thinking.
We got plenty more where that came from. Hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for even more amazing content.